I had an inquiry asking about vacant land and some of the best deals out there, and I took that to mean low end properties. So we're going to analyze $40,000 or less. There's 106 properties in Pasco County. There's quite a few of them in the low range. Unfortunately or fortunately, these are no good. They're flood zones, they're cypress trees, they're dirt roads. You have to be very careful. If you don't have the expertise in dealing with these kinds of issues, I urge you to stay with the non flood zone properties. Let's do that. If we take the flood zones out, we're at 58 properties. And I would urge you to watch my vacant land video so you can discover why you want to be on a paved road, because dirt roads mean future paving lanes. We're down to 25 properties. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got here. Moon Lake Estates, Hudson Terrace, Ritchie Lake, Sea Pines. Oh, the city of Newport, Ritchie, $40,000. Well, that's interesting. And then again, quite a few in Moon Lake. Now, anytime we do an analysis, we always want to look at the pendings and the solds, because what we just looked at was not the market. The market is the solds. There were 27 properties that sold in the last 6 months. Let's go ahead and bring that number down to a smaller number. 6 of them sold in the last 2 months. Let's take a look at those. Moon Lake Estates, $9,000. They were asking $11,500 in 91 days. $24,000 sold for $19,000 in 64 days. $23,000 sold for $20,000 in 124 days in Dade City. $25,000, they sold it for $20,000 in 17 days. Lake Drive and Moon Lake, $22,900, sold for $22,900. And Celeste in Congress Park, that's off of Massachusetts, $44,900, and it sold for $37,000. That's a big number. That neighborhood is not the most desirable. So let's go ahead and look at the actives. If you're shopping today, what could you buy? We're going to see a lot of Moon Lake properties. And what we have to do really is to look at lots 4 and 5. We want to look at the map. And if they don't have the marker in the right place in the map, then, all right, so what you're going to find is that, and this is on Lake Drive, right on the main road, what happened is they built on all the easy lots. When you look through here, you'll see this area right here is likely wet. It's likely thick, huge amounts of removal of trees to build on them. Those are very non-desirable, undesirable properties because of all the money you're going to spend making it so it'll work. Here we have Mohican. Now in Moon Lake, you have to have 2 of these 35-foot lots to build. So don't buy 1. You can buy 3. This is $18,900. It's been on the market for 141 days. It's on a paved road, and it is not a flood zone. Okay, this corner, it's not a corner, but it's a curve, and these trees are thick. And that's why this has been on the market for almost a year. And this is lots 22, 23, and 24, and 20. This is 4 lots. And there's a reason why no one's buying these. This is a big job. Even if you can build there, which we'll have to verify, it's so thick right here. If it's got any kind of wetlands below it, it's not worth anything. Dutchess is not a good road. We're at 23,000. Now we're at 24,000. Okay, Omaha up in Hudson Terrace. This is a lot of rental houses up here on this road. It's a little bit different market than Moon Lake, and $24,900. It's been on the market for 148 days. Another one on Lake Drive. Poplar on, I think that's, even though it's not a flood zone, I think that it's thick and it's likely to be, I don't want to say wet, but moist. Another one on Lake Drive, 4 lots. You know, if this was at all attractive, they would have built on it long ago. 270 days on the market for $28,000. All right, here, Xenia Street. This is a good street. It's a paved road. This is 3 lots. It's $29,000. It's been on the market for 281 days. I researched this. They paid $19,000, I think, on this one in 2019, and I'll bet you they would take less. But you never know. You never know. You have to make the offers. Oconee, it's got some wetlands over there. Well, whatever it's called, however you say it, that corner lot right there. And that's an interesting piece. You'd think they would have put the road name for this crossroad on there. I think that's Bolton, maybe. Look, it says roads, but it doesn't show what the name of the road is. Yeah, it is BOL. There you can see it, Bolton. I was right. Okay, so this is $30,000. This is a good location. It's not a flood zone. It's really close to 19. So you want to look at the measurements. 75 feet wide by 107 deep. So that's very interesting. DeCarlo Loas. Okay, Poppy Street in Moon Lake looks pretty thick. Wouldn't be on the top of my list. Here's 3 lots in Moon Lake. It is a paved road, Casa Bianca. It's got to be a thick area. Ritchie Lakes. Let's look at this one. $32,900. Oh, this is on a little lake. This is on Ritchie Lake. This is right off Massachusetts. Is this the city of Newport, Ritchie? No, it says Ritchie Lakes. Boy, it's sure close to it, though. This might be very interesting, especially if we could get a deal lakefront. Why isn't this sold? You know why? I know why. So that might be the best deal on the list. Tierra, you know, all these, and then they chose not to build on this one. I think that is arguably lakefront. That might be a problem because that lake is all overgrown. Jolly Roger and Sea Pine. Sea Pine's flooded. I don't know how this is an ex-flood zone. Maybe there's a hill. West of 19 and in Sea Pines, unless you're on the water. I don't know about that. A blank canvas in Moon Lake. I love reading the adjectives. Kissimmee. 2 pictures. $38,000. It's a double lot in Moon Lake. Yeah, they're all double lots. This is not such a great deal. $38,000. Oh yeah, I looked at this already today. See, the problem with this is you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 neighbors all around you. I would not want that lot. I wouldn't want a house on that property. Dokes, $38,000 for 2 lots, and you have to have 2 to build. Gurney. All right, City of Newport Ritchie. What is going on here? Well, they definitely just knocked something down, or maybe not. They just cleared it. It doesn't have an address, so this is 167 days. There's got to be something wrong. Wow. Yeah, this is the city of Newport Ritchie. You know, putting it Newport Ritchie City is not a good way to be showing up on searches. This is very interesting. Very interesting. Estelle for 40 grand when you can buy that other one in 2 beautiful lots. This is all thick. Is that cypress? Please. All right. So anyway, if you saw something you liked, reach out. And if you haven't watched my video on the buyer's broker agreement, you have to sign a buyer's broker agreement to go look at houses. I don't know if it's the same with vacant land, but that's a great question. Anyway, Randal Jenkins, trying to pull up my contact info. There it is. I wish you the best. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.